Hello everyone and welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. Today's video, we have got a cow favoring her right front foot. So let's get this foot picked up and find the problem. Have you spotted it yet? So now it becomes pretty obvious where that problem is. And what we've got here is a white line defect. But what's happened with this one is that outside wall is actually separated from that solar horn. So we've got a crack there that terminates toward the top. Now, what can happen? These can be really hard to heal because what happens is because that outside wall and that sole that's separated there, when that foot makes contact with the ground or that heel, there's a tendency for movement to happen between that outside wall and that sole where that lesion is, and so it makes it hard for it to heal. Just like if you have dry hands, chapped hands, and you got a spot on your knuckle, that area moves a lot, right? It bends a lot, so it's hard for that area to heal up. Similar situation with this. Because that outside wall and that sole, there's movement between those two, these lesions are difficult to heal sometimes. The way that I treat these, though, different from other white line defects, is I'm going to remove that outside wall section all the way down to the lesion level and beyond, further down the foot from the lesion. That way, any pressure that is applied is not being applied right to where that lesion is, that area, and that way that solar horn and that outside wall have a better chance of healing together properly. A lot of the lesions you see me work on tend to be round or circular in shape. This one is going to be long and thin, and that's due to the fact of this outside wall separating from the solar horn. That's why this lesion is actually there. It's that separation in between those two that's causing this lesion, and that's why it's linear in shape and not round like a lot of the lesions you see me work on. As we zoom in here, you can see how that lesion is oriented up and down and almost like in a straight line along that outside wall. That's that due to that separation that I was talking about earlier. Another thing I do with these is I want to make sure that I thin these margins as thin as possible, meaning I want to get the horn around that lesion absolutely as thin as possible without going through. Because there's a tendency for movement to happen here, I want to make sure that that horn isn't causing any problems if it does move. So that's why I'm thinning this down. You see me working here. Normally I wouldn't get this particular right around it, getting it that thin, but in this case it's necessary. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I'm going to leave you today with more of that baby calf in her first few minutes of life. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you all on the next one.